Today I'll be showing you how to host multiple websites in one cPanel hosting account. This is otherwise known as Addon Domains. One thing to note is that your web hosting plan determines the number of websites you can host under one cPanel account. You can check this on your web hosting plan. Every web hosting provider lists the number of websites that can be hosted on the plan. You can see here on InMotion hosting for this plan, it says 2 websites, it's 25 on this plan, and the last 2 plans says unlimited websites. The same thing is obtainable on Namecheap, where for the Stellar plan it says 3 websites, and you can see what is obtainable on the other plans. You can also see a similar thing on Bluehost, that for the basic plan it says 10 websites. For the Choice Plus, it says 50 websites, and the other plans also list the number of websites. The plan you choose determines the number of websites or the number of add-on domains you can add in your cPanel account. Once you confirm the number of websites supported by your web hosting plan, you can go ahead and start adding the domains for the additional websites. To do that, scroll down to the domains section in cPanel. One thing to note is that this section can be collapsed. So if yours is collapsed like this, you can click the arrow here to expand it. You can also search for domains here to locate the option. Once you find the domains option, you want to click on it. In my interface, you can see that I have multiple domains here. I've added additional domains and I have separate websites for all the domains in here. In this interface, we can add additional domains and we'll be able to create websites for every domain we've added here. To do that, click create a new domain. The next step is to enter your domain in here. For this tutorial, I'll be adding the domain afreeremote.com. And after that, what you want to do is to untick this. Unticking this, what this will do will make sure that a folder with any name you specify here will be created for this domain. I usually like to just use the domain name for the folder name. What this means is that a folder called afreeremote.com will be created in cPanel, and all the website files for this domain will be stored in there. I highly recommend doing this, making sure that this is unticked, so a folder is created for all the files associated with this website. And here it says a subdomain will be created. Usually for every additional domain you had, a subdomain is also created for it. I usually like to leave this at the default, but you can change this to anything, but make sure it's something that you can use to identify that it belongs to the domain you've added. So this can be afreeremote without the .com, but I usually like to leave it like this. The next step is to go ahead and click on submit, and the domain name afreeremote.com will be added to our cPanel account. Once this domain is added, you can create a separate website using this domain. So this way you don't have to purchase a different hosting plan to host additional websites. There we go. It says afreeremote.com has been added, and if we check our list of domains, you see that afreeremote.com has been added. Something else you want to make sure of is that the name server for the domain has been pointed to your web hosting provider. So wherever you are managing that domain, you have to go there and make sure that you've pointed the name server to your web hosting plan. That is required for this process to work. In my case, my web hosting plan is on InMotion hosting while my domain is registered with Namecheap. So I had to go to Namecheap and point the name servers to InMotion hosting. If your domain and hosting plan are from the same provider, the pointing of name servers is automatically done for you, so you may not have to worry about that. Now that we've added our domain to cPanel, if it's a coded website, we can use FTP or file manager to upload the site. All we have to do is to upload the website files into the afreeremote.com directory. All the website files need to go to the directory we had created for the domain. If we are building our website with a content management system like WordPress, during the installation, we'll have the option to install WordPress on the domain we added to cPanel. We'll be able to choose our domain from the list of domains. You can see afreeremote.com that we recently added is here. If you had multiple domains, you are going to see all the domains listed here, and you just have to select the domain you want to install WordPress on. If your goal is to create a WordPress site, please check out the video on how to install WordPress in cPanel. Now you know how to add domains to cPanel to host multiple websites. If you find this video helpful, please like it, share it, and support me by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.